Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we will explore our recently configured VCS cluster. Our installer from the previous lectures has installed the VCS program in OPT directory. So let's see what do we have in there. So I will move to the OPT directory by typing cd/OPT. Here we will do the long listing with ls-alt. As you can see, all these folders are new in here and they were created by our installer. Veritas cluster server related commands, they live under VRTS VCS directory. So let's navigate in there by cd VRTS VCS and then press enter. Here, if we do the long listing, we can see we have a bin directory. So let's do cd into the bin directory and press enter key. Here, if we do the listing, you can see we have a bunch of commands available. You don't have to know all commands at once for now. We will be dealing with most of the commands later, but eventually if you have to find a command, you will have to come to this directory. For now, we are interested to get to know the health of our VCS cluster. Therefore, in order to check the VCS cluster, we have a command called HA-status. The other commands you can see, we have HA-start to start the VCS cluster. The HA-stop command will do the opposite. If we want to execute the command, we will type ./HA-status and then press the enter key. The HA-status command connects to the VCS engine and then brings up the information about our cluster. You can be little more specific. If you want to view the summary of your VCS system, you can type the HA-status command again with the flag called -sum and then press the enter key. Now from the output, we can already see that server 1 and server 2, they have the VCS engine running. This confirms that our high availability cluster server program is up and running and is configured properly. In the previous lectures, we also discussed that whenever we install the Veritas cluster server program, by default, it creates a special service group known as cluster service. The cluster service is brought online automatically on one node, which comes first online. So in our case, the VCS engine came online on server 1. Therefore, the cluster service group was brought online on server 1. We will leave this cluster service group running as it is. Instead, we will create our own service groups and applications. We also discussed that the VCS cluster nodes, they use low latency transport protocol. In order to view the settings of the low latency transport protocol, you can cat on a file under etc called LLT-TAB. So LLT tab. Press the enter key. You will find the information about the cluster. As you can see, we have set node parameter set to server 1. The cluster ID is what we defined when we were installing the program. Similarly, these links were the private links where LLT will be communicating. Next, we will find out the VCS engine related configuration file. In order to view that file, we will go to cd etc vrts vcs directory. If you do listing, we have the conf directory. Under the conf directory, we have the config directory. If you do the listing again, here we have a bunch of other configuration files. The main file we have is the main.cf. So we will do vi main.cf. This is the main configuration file related to the VCS engine. As you can see, we have information about cluster 1. The cluster 1 is what we chose during the installation. We have different usernames and the systems which are part of this cluster. Additionally, we have the default group configured automatically, which was cluster service group, and the service group belongs to server 1 and server 2. The auto start list shows which server it will be brought online first. And here the cluster group service related other resources are present, such as IP, the IP address we provided during the installation, NIC, and then this is the dependency tree line which tells who depends on who. We will exit from this file by pressing escape, : and Q, press enter.